welcome to NMS News. This is Briley
and Annabelle. First, we have sports with Jackson, Bryce, and Josiah.
Source, I am Josiah.
And I'm Bryson. Today we are going to be talking about sports.
Golf has been on a roll with many games these past weeks.
Cheer tryouts are coming up for North 6th and 7th graders and then 8th graders at AC.
Baseball and softball just started off, but weather has affected some of the games.
We had a couple of people that got top 3 in wrestling. Those people are Josie Bradens, Christian Wolfley, and Kaylee Machete and Cadence Mooney. Great job, you guys.
Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, Jackson, Bryce, and Josiah, and go Senators. Next, we have Creature Feature with Emerson and Scarlett. I'm Scarlett.
And I'm Emerson. Today we're going to talk about
the blobfish. So Emerson.
Yeah, Scarlett?
Did you know that blobfish turn pink when they get too close to the surface of the water?
Wow. They only appear blobby when out of the water and look completely normal when in the water.
Really? Another fact is that blobfish don't actually swim. They just float.
So cool. Guess what?
What?
They don't even have bones.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely sure.
Oh my goodness, here's another cool fact that will blow you out of the water.
Good one, because blobfish live in the water.
Some can live for over 100 years due to their lack of predators.
100?
Yes, 100.
Well, that's all we have for today.
I hope you enjoyed our facts about blobfish. I'm Scarlett.
And I'm Emerson. Back to you, Briley and Annabelle.
Bye.
Thank you, Emerson and Scarlett, for teaching us about this cool creature.
Next coming up is Academic Reminders with Emily and Haley.
Haley and Annabelle.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And I'm Emily.
Today we will be talking about
Academic Reminders.
6th grade ELA this week, we continue to Poetry March Madness. Make sure you're completing the formatives that go with each poem.
Don't forget grammar homework.
For math, you have a spiral review quiz every Friday unless sudden changes.
Don't forget spiral review.
In social studies, we started studying how Rome transitions from a republic to an empire, as well as Rome's religious beliefs. Now, science students just wrapped up learning about biodiversity is and why it is important. We will begin discussing invasive species in Tennessee and then lead into benchmark review. The deadline for missing assignments for the 0-0 party is March 6th. Any assignments turned in after that will not count towards the 0-0 party, but will count towards your student grades. Now let's move on to 7th grade. In ELA this week, students worked on an awesome project for the stolen party. They created storyboards to reflect the plot progression and answered standard-based questions for each picture they created on the storyboard. Next week, students will engage in a discussion on the unit while also using evidence from various texts during their discussion. They have been reading the highlights of 4 standards. We finished up an art peer deck and then started our preparation for the unit test with a quizzes review. Now time for science. Students are learning the chemistry with 2 basic equations that all plants and animals need: photosynthesis and cellular respiration. We took some time to challenge ourselves to do a short workout in class to push our bodies to plan B. Q3 will be wrapping up before we know it. Please check Skyward and make sure you complete any Q3 quiz corrections needed before it's too late. All grades will need to be turned in by 3/11. Now let's move on to math. Math students are learning about statistics this week. We will learn to use measures of center and measures of variability to describe data sets. Students will also be reviewing for our final benchmark for the school year. Now it's time for 8th grade. In ELA, they will be going over standard to study for benchmarks and TCAPs. Math students are working hard to learn how with number scientific notation. Remember to stay up to date on all iReady lessons and other assessments. We want our math students to finish the 3rd quarter strong. On March 2nd, they completed their ESS 1.1 and ETS 2.1 testing covering the Big Bang Theory and celestial observation technology. As always, quiz corrections are available to support student learning improvement. All corrections will be due Friday, March 6th. Your teachers are incredibly proud of young scientists and their hard work, dedication, and growth. That wraps up academic reminders. Back to you, Annabelle and Briley. Bye!
Thank you, Emily and Haley, for this important information. Now we have student shoutouts with Hallie, Addie, and Gummy. Thank you, Briley and Annabelle. Today we are going to be doing student shoutouts.
There is a shout out to Lauren Nidifer from Kimbray. She is so kind and always willing to help. She is so funny and keeps me laughing. She is so sweet at school and at basketball. I am so glad I have her, and I cannot wait to see where life takes her.
There is a student shout out to Sadie Housley from
Eddie!
She is always nice to me and gives me food. Guess what, guys? A book fell on my head this morning. I only had myself to blame. That wasn't funny.
That was so funny.
Well, that's it for student shoutouts.
Back to you, Briley and Annabelle.
Those were so nice, and thank you for lifting up all the people around you. Next, we have a special science experiment with JT and Connor.
Thank you, Annabelle and Briley. Hi, I'm JT.
And I'm Connor, but due to unforeseen weather conditions, we couldn't film the science segment.
But next episode, we'll have the best experiment yet. It will involve fire.
Back to you, Annabelle and Briley.
Bye.
Thank you, JT and Connor. That was so cool. And that's all for NMS News. Wait, can I tell you a joke before we go? Yeah, what's your joke? What did the ocean say to the shore? What? Nothing, it just waved. I have a joke too. What is it? What do you call a bear with no teeth? What? A gummy bear. Those were good jokes. And thank you for watching NMS News. I'm Annabelle. And I'm Briley. Signing out. Bye!